All right, hello. We're doing a math video, but we're using my podcast mic because I'm just seeing if it works a little bit better. So we're gonna try to do this. Um, Whatever. Greetings. We've got Indiana Jones is checking in, as is my thermos. I believe there's a VeggieTales thing about a thermos. I'm gonna have to find that. I actually, yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna do a quick math video while I'm thinking of it. And I'm sorry, this is a little rudimentary. We're gonna talk about factoring polynomials. All right? So we've got two examples here. And, oh, well, one of them got erased by my hand. One of them is just a factor, and one of them says solve. And I've talked about this before, simplify or solve. Okay? Simplify means you just need to factor it. Solve means you need to solve it. Here, we need to look at, we're just wanting to pull out what do they have in common. Okay? That phrase I mean to be divide away, right? So you're pulling the common parts out of these two pairs. These are called monomials because a monomial is connected through multiplication and division. Okay, and then multiple nomials is more than one, and they're connected by addition and subtraction. We talked about this in a different video. Okay, so mono is one, monomial, mono one, nomial term, monomial one term. So monomials are connected by multiplication and division, and then polynomials are connected between multiple. Poly means multiple. So still nomial. Multiple nomials are connected through addition or subtraction, okay? So if these were being multiplied, if you can see it, the 3x to the fourth times 15x squared, that would be a monomial. It would end up being 45x to x to the sixth, okay? But they're not being squared. They're being added. Thusly, it is completely different because it's a tier down on the what is going on, right? Because multiplication is batched addition. So we need to understand what we can take out of this. So I've taught this before. I'm sorry. We'll do another one another time. I have Legos that I use to help people understand this, and Skittles and candy. This is a great way. Skittles and candy. We'll do a different video on that. Okay, talking about like terms. We're just gonna go straight for the numbers right now. So what do these have in common? Right, 3x to the fourth and 15x squared, right? Well, they both have an x, and how much of an x do they both have? They both have an x squared, right? And now we need to compare the numbers, right? Because this says 4x's and this says 2, so they only share 2, right? You with me? 3 and 15, well, 15 is the same as 3 times 5, right? So they share a 3. Because when you're looking at the makeup of things like Legos, I'm going to do a video on this. Please remind me. You're looking at what bricks do they share in common, and the bricks are the multiplication. So 15 is 3 times 5. Thusly, they share 3x. So you can pull that out. So if we do the factor trees of this, okay, now we're going to show this in a different color so we can see it. Hold on one quick second. So I'm going to write it down. You just go with yourselves. I'll edit this out. Okay. So I've gotten them in slightly different colors. So you can see here is 3x to the fourth written out in pure multiplication. Here's 15x squared written out in pure multiplication, right? 3 times 5 times x times x. So you take what they share and you pull it out outside of the parentheses. Oh man, this marker. So 3, right? And 2 x's is what they share. So you take 3x squared outside of the parentheses, okay? You still have the plus. And what's left for here, you've got 2 x's left over, right? So you get x squared. And here you've got a 5. And that's it left over. X squared plus 5. That's how you factor it out, okay? It's the factor. That's it. Now, when you're asked to solve, there's one more wiggle, okay? You got to do the same thing. We're going to do a little faster this time, okay? So 3x to the fourth and 81x. Don't let the equal 0 fool you yet. It's the exact same thing at first, okay? So what do they share? They share a 3x. What's left in here is x to the third. What's left in here is 81 divided by 3 is 27, okay? Equals 0, okay? Now, you have to go with the logic of when you have two things multiplied together, okay? Like a times b, okay? And of course I'm getting a phone call. We're gonna just go back to this in a second. A times b, one of them has to be 0 if it equals 0. You with me? So you end up with 3x equals 0, or x cubed plus 27 equals 0. So when you solve these, x equals 0, or x equals -3. And we'll do the algebra on that, but that's how you solve it. Okay? I gotta call somebody back. We're gonna fix this. I'll do another video. This may have to go another time. All right, thanks so much. See you later.